Hello, I hope you're well. In these crazy times, we thought it'd be great to step out a little bit from this whole virus situation. We hear about it everywhere we turn. Undoubtedly, it is good to keep up with the developments. But maybe we are doing our mental health a little favour if we turn our attention to somewhere else. And this is where Mirador comes in. Local TV, we bring you short stories from our point of view, and they range from keeping the local governance in check, because let's face it, someone has to, all the way to making beer at home. Now that's interesting, don't you think?
They're off the beaten track, not in Lewes at the moment, but in northeast London. At Tottenham Hale, where we're taking a tour this morning with
So far, you've met the boss, Mr. Hayes. Mostly grumpy and moaning about everything. Banks, politics, the younger generation, you name it. He always finds something to moan about. A proud curmudgeon. At least, that's what he likes to call himself. Granted, I could think of other descriptions, but let's just go with this, eh? However, he does have a nicer side, too. And you can see that in the documentary The Bloody Past of a Tiny Town. Yes, it is a documentary about the tiny town of Lewes, but if you like history, drama, and a bit of blood, you will love it, wherever you are in the world.
Lovely scene, isn't it? Beautiful green grass, blackberry bushes surrounding the lawn. Peaceful.
The chaps, gliding a bowling ball across the cropped turf. Couldn't be more pleasant. But this bowling green was originally the tilting ground for the castle. They charged at one another with pointed lances, determined to knock an opponent to the ground, ready to perform the coup de grace, that last fatal plunge of the sword in the unguarded bit of flesh, the throat.
Then we have Stephen Catlin, a very serious Englishman. If you like to know everything about local politics, he is the man to watch.
Bits of news headlines are pertinent to what I have commented on before, and they come by courtesy of the BBC News. Health officials say that they are frustrated by a lack of progress in expanding UK coronavirus testing.
For those of us who like to know everything about Tom Paine, we have Mr. Paul Miles, an author, a lecturer, and knows everything there is to know about Tom Paine. English-born American political activist and a revolutionary. Great stories.
He then went on later to write Wise a Man Part 1 and Part 2, and Where justice and age of reason, his words resound around the world today, and if anything, will become more important during these difficult times. So what I want to talk about this week, actually, is not just Thomas Paine. I want to talk about a chap called Thomas Turner, who kept a diary for about 10 years of his life, from 1754 to 1765.
And to incorporate some light but to the point discussions, we have the lovely Mark BRETT-WARBURTON. Mainly, he likes to have his chats from his kitchen. By the way, have you seen his program where he made pancakes and seasoned them with a little bit of discussion about politics? Nice touch, Mark.
The reason why I've decided to make these pancakes, I've got some flour here, but most importantly, I had a spare egg that is coming to the end of its life, and I had some milk that needed to be used up. So I'm trying to find ways of using all of this stuff up as rapidly as I can, so we don't end up with wastage. I think this is going to be a very important thing as part of the dealing with this crisis, is to utilise what food we've got in the best way we possibly can. I mean, if this worst comes to the worst, I can always freeze these, even if I don't want to eat them today.
And then you have us, the ladies. Rosie Hayes, whom you can always count on to bring us very interesting short stories.
Hello, I'm Rosie. Harry and Meghan have decided to give up their royal titles because they don't want to be involved with royal duties anymore. When they were known as the Duke and Duchess of Essex, they were invited to a special premiere of The Lion King at Leicester Square in London. They were treated like Hollywood stars.
You have also met Suzanne with her lovely daughter, Genevieve. What a lovely duo! They gave us a glimpse into New York. And for those of us who've never been across the pond, they are very interesting snippets. Keep them coming, Suzanne.
Look over this way. Here, Genevieve's gonna come with me. All right, come on, turn with me, Genevieve. Okay, that way. So that way, behind me, is actually Bellevue Hospital, which is another hospital in New York. That one is actually a public hospital. Genevieve just left the video. And they see a lot of the patients that are here in New York. I'm sure you've heard all the statistics. I don't need to tell you what they are. I'm going to keep turning so that you can actually see behind me, because this is our backyard. If you can probably see the Empire State Building behind me, and then we have some new construction sites. Construction has now been stopped in New York except for essential work, and that basically means making sites safe.
Another lovely lady of Miradors is Melissa Conte. Now that's a lady who means business. Apart from her full-time job, she also looks after Mirador's online site. On that note, have you had a chance to have a look at our online site yet? You can find most of our short programs there on demand. Oh, and nearly forgot, in addition to all this, she has also embarked on making beer at home. Although, I rather suspect the genius with that idea was her son, Connor. Of course, making beer at home. Can you imagine a beer from New York? Now that's something. I wonder what it will taste like.
Hallo und welcome to Cooking Around the World. I'm Connor.
I'm Melissa.
Und heute zeigen wir euch ein leckeres Rezept für Rindengulasch.
What?
In English, delicious recipe for beef goulash.
Very good.
Don't forget to have it with a nice German beer.
A taste. Very good. Good job, Connor.
Beth Winterbottom, a lovely young lady, a student who has just started her journey in the world of the media. It will be very interesting to hear stories from her point of view. Mind you, it will also be interesting to see what the boss thinks. You know, given that she's the younger generation.
Hello, my name is Beth WINTERBOTTOM and I'm a lower 6th student at Bishop Vesey's Grammar School. Bishop Vesey Grammar School was founded in 1527 by the Bishop John Vesey. The bishop was an advisor of King Henry VIII, tutor to Princess Mary and close friend of Cardinal Wolsey. The 26th of October is still marked by the whole school as Founders' Day. Alumni and current students attend a service at the Holy Trinity Church in Sutton Coldfield where Vesey is buried. John Vesey was born John Harmon in around 1462 to a yeoman farmer. The farmhouse still exists today in Roughly near Sutton Coldfield. He was educated at Magdalen College, Oxford, and after his ordination became the rector of St Mary's Church, Chester.
Hello from Lewes, in the south of England. We are a potty little TV station in a small town. But now we can welcome viewers from the rest of the UK and America. Mirador is eccentric, quirky, and a bit weird. But we plan to show you what life in Britain is like. So let's start with some background videos on quirky UK. Finally, there's me, Eni Verrall, the mother of two. On that note, let me show you my favourite toys. Just a few of them. I am also a presenter for Mirador TV, and just in case this wasn't enough, I am also a law student. To be honest, sometimes I feel like blooming Mary Poppins. This is what I should be wearing on a daily basis. Now, I'm pretty sure you will not be surprised to find out that my best friend is coffee. Yep. Drink them by the pint, just to keep you going.
Curmudgeon, eh? Bad-tempered? Well, at least I like dogs, and she doesn't. Forgot all about Joey, didn't she? Yeah.
Now the theme of this garden is white, purple, and obviously the green of the foliage. Now, I didn't know this. This was something that was told to me by one of my other clients, that apparently purple, white and green are the three colours of the suffragette movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to name this garden the Emmeline Pankhurst Garden of Hailsham, and if the Hailsham in Bloom competition is on this summer, it is possible that I may enter it. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend today and tomorrow planting up, and each week I will come back on and give you a little story of where we are, what plants are doing well, which ones aren't, and you can watch the growth, and in this very difficult time that we're all living in, you can see some really rather beautiful things.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mirador Television.